Here in Creedmoor, North Carolina. This is where it all started at for Bishop. Let's go in here. Let's talk to Bishop Daniels and First Lady Daniels and see what we can come up with. Come on, follow me. 2571. This is where it all started. They said come on in, so we going on in. Hey, Lady Daniel, how you?
All right, how you doing?
Doing good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. Bishop, you here?
Yes, sir.
All right. We coming in to visit y'all and got a few questions to ask y'all.
All right.
Hey, Bishop and Lady D, we're here today. We want to just kind of focus on Bishop Shelton Daniels and just talk about some of the good things that he's done through his career and over the 26 years, going to 27 years of ministry. And so today we kind of just want to focus on him. And then I have a few questions I want to ask you guys, and just tell me how you feel from your heart, and just say whatever you had to say. Do you remember when he was born?
I do remember, yes.
Okay.
Yep. It was a joyous moment, my firstborn. We had always said we wanted a son, and we were going to nickname him Skip, and so that's what we did. Nicknamed him Skip. And the bishop will tell you why we named him Skip.
Yeah, we named him that because of a television program that I used to watch all the time, and there was a monkey on the television program, and the monkey's name was Skip. And I'd always told her that if we ever have a child, I want to name that child Skip.
Our firstborn.
And that's the reason and the way that he got that name. But it was a great moment for me. Firstborn, not knowing really how to take care of a child because I was the last born in a family of 9. And it was on his mom a whole lot more than it was on me because I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
Well, I didn't either because, I was a young mom too, but somehow we worked it out. We made it work.
All right. With him growing up, what was his role in the family? What was his role?
Well, he was the oldest, so he sort of babysit Kim more so than Rodney, but he was, babysitter, and he looked after the kids during the summer while we were working, and taking care of the house, making sure they were fed and the house was clean. They had chores and stuff to do, so that was his role, being the oldest.
I saw him at somewhat a little bit different. He seemed to think that his role was to find out everything and know everything and be on top of everything so that then he could tell the other children what to do and how to do it in order to get over it, if you will. He was his mama's baby, still is as of today. He knew how to handle her always and still do as of today. And if you really want her to get her upset about anything, say something negative about Bishop Shelton Craig Daniel.
He's not my favorite, but he was my firstborn, so they always have a special place in your heart, not your favorite.
So let me ask you this. What were some of his favorite foods?
So if I can remember, he likes pasta, so macaroni and cheese was one of his favorites, and he used to love, when he was younger, cheese sandwiches with, just bread and mayonnaise and plain cheese, not grilled cheese, yeah.
Right.
Growing up, and I can't remember.
At that time, I didn't do a bunch of cooking. His mom always was the chief cook in the house. A couple little things that I could make, and I remember from years back, he liked greens, and that was my specialty if I had one. And something that people probably don't know very well. It's okra and green tomatoes cooked together.
Oh, wow.
And we eat like that. But let me tell you a little incident about some food one time. You know, I would get up when his mom was in school and cook breakfast. And you cook something he didn't want. He would he would hide it until I left the room and throw it in the trash can. This one day he didn't get a chance to hide some sausage and egg that I cooked for him, and he put it in the chair waiting for me to leave. But the bus came, and I came out and I saw it sitting in the chair, and I left it sitting there all day long. And when he got back at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the food that I cooked at 7, he had to eat it without it being in the refrigerator.
Oh, wow. Well, there's a rumor going around in the church saying that he makes this famous macaroni and cheese. Where did he get that from?
I don't know. I guess that's something he came up with his own. Because he didn't get it from me. You know, I used to cook mac and cheese, but, you know, it wasn't a favorite dish of mine. So I don't know. Maybe Cheryl, somebody.
Okay. Well, they say it's famous. I hadn't had it, but I heard him talk about it.
I know he cooks a lot of pasta, but, you know, I didn't know about the mac and cheese. Maybe Rodney. Rodney does a good mac and cheese. Maybe he taught me.
Right. Well, speaking of Sharon and the kids, what does it make you feel like when you see him with his family and his kids? How does that make you feel?
I feel very proud because I think he's a really good dad. He makes sure they're taken care of. You know, he's a strong disciplinary with them, especially with Tyler, not Taylor so much. But he's a good dad. He's a good provider, and he's a loving father. So I think he does very well.
Make me feel extremely proud because to me a family was a very important part of life, and that's something you had to really do is take care of your family, and I see him taking care of them very well, and that made me feel that out of what we showed him as a family, he picked it up and standing on it to make it as strong as he possibly can. He is a disciplinarian except for Taylor. He's not as good with her as he think he is. He just really give off like he is really, and she just said, "Daddy," and get exactly what she wants out of him until Sharon comes along.
Right.
And I think that Sharon is very, very well with those. With all of them, when she speaks, she does an E.F. Hutton thing. Everybody listen. He barks, but they know that they can hug him and get around the corner.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What are your favorite qualities that you see in Bishop Shelton Daniels? What are some of your favorite ones?
There are several that I could talk about very easily. And first, I said dealt with the thing as far as the family is concerned. And also he believes in himself. He believes in people. And he's not a quitter. You can knock him down as many times as you want to knock him down, and he's going to get back up and he's going to start in a direction trying to get where he was set out to in the beginning. And I believe that that's the quality and the making of a real man. His knockdown and his struggles does not stop him, but I think just make him stronger. That's what I see him.
Yeah, and he's real supportive. He calls to check on us, make sure we don't, make sure we don't need anything. If we go on vacation with the family, now we never have to pay for meals or any of that. He always takes care of us. Real supportive family man. Loves his family, as Bishop says.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you think did you know he would be a good singer, or you think he's a good singer? Where did he get that from?
I don't know where he got the singing from, but I think he is a good singer. He's always been a good singer. And I think part of it was, taking voice lessons and stuff when he was younger. But, I do think he's an excellent singer. All the kids are.
And I think it probably is hereditary in my family, but not from me. Yeah, somehow it kind of jumped over me. But my brothers and sisters, they except for one of my sisters, they could sing very well, and that's some of the things. Did I think that he was going to make it in the ministry for a long way? I thought so, And I thought so because whatever he would see me do that was in his heart, he would grab that part of it and he would run to the extreme with it.
Wow.
He would not just stop at where anyone is. He would keep on going. So I could not picture him not being great in the ministry because greatness was the quality of his life.
Wow. Well, Lady D, did you think he would be as great of a pastor as he is today? Do you think he would be that great of a pastor?
Maybe yes, I did. I did, yeah. Because like Bishop says, you know, he whatever he goes after really strong. And if he gets knocked down, he'll get up and he'll start all over again. So yeah.
The things that he had to do, I don't think that God could have given him a better companion.
Right.
Because Sharon has been there. She has not tried to pastor the church, but she's been there in the background, helping him and making him aware of the things that were going. And it's nothing in the world like having someone in the background that's helping to lead you through that thing. Some things that could go on and went on with Mrs. Daniel and myself, that little things that she could tell me that I had no earthly idea, and she didn't come to try to, you got to do this, you got to do that. I don't see Sharon doing that, but she can quietly tell him that, did you know so and so was going on, so that he could prepare himself for the next go round. And that's what I've seen Sharon do. That's what she does well, and I think it was a wise gift from God for him.
Yeah, and I think she's a beautiful, not only first lady, she's a great daughter-in-law. You know, we can spend hours and hours talking, have a good relationship with her, and she has a good relationship with the people at both of the churches. So yeah, I think she's a great first lady.
I agree.
She's done very well.
I agree. So we got a couple more questions here, and we're about to wrap it up. But what do you think makes him such a great son?
Because I'm his mom and I birthed him, for one thing. But he's a great child. You know, he went through some changes and some things in life, but I think that made him strong and, you know, made him be the person that he is today. So, you know, we're really proud of him and all the accomplishments he has made.
Okay.
I think he is a great son because he cares about people. With all of the big rough talk that he talks, anybody fall down, he's right there to try to pick them up, to try to make them better. And that's what makes people great, is if they're trying to make other people better rather than trying to make himself better. And so doing, he is not afraid of who he is and who he has been, of the thing he's been about in life. And if a child want to get where they're going, they got to make sure they understand who they are. He understands his craziness. He understands his strength. And as a result of that, that makes him much better. I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of him because I saw him go through so many things that were not good things. And yet, out of all of that, he turned around and made some great things out of life. And who would not want a son just like that?
Yep, and he has a great love for his people, you know, and he shows it in everything he does. Proud of him. He's done a great job. Great job.
Speaking of talking about him doing a great job, let's, before we close, talk about a couple of churches that he's pastored, from, you know, Rocky Mount to Roanoke Rapids to Ivory Hill and all those things. Just speak on those places and the people that he's pastored through those years.
I think going through from the beginning, he went to Ivory Hill. That was a good church for him. It was an old established church, and it taught him that although you have all the bright ideas that you might have, you've got to go and learn the people and learn about them in order that you get stronger. You can't make people stronger until you are stronger. And then he left there and went to Rocky Mount, and I saw him struggling to get that church started, didn't know what it was going to be. And then he was not afraid to take ideas from other folk. He had some other name, I think, in mind. I said, why not call it Greater Joy of Rocky Mount? And you know, he took that and ran with it and took the ideas and the information that he had. He wasn't afraid to use it to make himself, well, to make the church and make himself better. And then Ronald Rapid, he's there, and I think all of those churches behind him led him to where he is right now. I don't think that any preacher, and this is all from a preacher thing now, should just look at someone else and what they do unless you can go through some of the stuff that they go through. And I think that he was willing to go through it. It didn't feel good, but he was willing to go through it to get to where he is.
Yeah, he's done a great job with it.